Hello viewers, I am Professor Leela Rani, currently serving at BITS Pilani campus, and I am making this video for you to tell you about our book on managerial economics. So first let me tell you a little about myself. I have been at the Department of Management in Pilani campus for the past 20 years, which is my teaching, research and administrative experience at BITS. And for most of my time, I have been associated with teaching economics in some way. So this subject is really close to my heart. And therefore, when I got a chance to write a book with Wiley publishers, I chose this book and this subject. And because I thought I will be able to make a really important contribution to this subject. Now, let me give you a brief overview about the book. For whom the book is appropriate and what are the key features of this book. As most of you will be aware that managerial economics is actually a foundation course in virtually every management program, as it instills in all would-be managers and leaders the approach for problem solving and harnessing opportunities, right? So given this backdrop, the current book on this subject, which is Managerial Economics by Truett and the Indian version adapted by myself, is aimed at master's level management programs like General MBA, specialized MBAs like MBA in marketing, MBA in finance, MBA in HR or MBA in operations, right? Or any other functional domains, and even sectoral MBAs like MBA in rural studies, tourism, transportation or logistics, or for that matter, hospital management, and other programs like MCOM or MSc in management related areas. Coming to the 8th edition of this book, which was released in January 2022, this book has a host of improved and new content. So the new topics that have been introduced in this book to make it both more interesting and make provide its readers a higher level of understanding regarding the functioning of the economic principles in managers' decision making process include the following, right? So I'll just enumerate them for you. Okay, so first one is that it gives an overview of how sustainability practices, right? So sustainability is a very important aspect of all management today, right? So how sustainability practices in management are viewed from a foundation perspective for applying them to economics driven principles and practices. And this is a fairly new topic that you might not find in many other books on this subject. Another one, a new section on elasticity and taxation has been added. We have provided enhanced content on today's market survey and market experiment practices of companies, along with foundational understanding about regression and correlation. There are new subsections under the major topic of economic forecasting, and which include time series analysis, seasonality analysis, smoothing techniques, and more on barometric methods. A very special emphasis on Indian barometric indicators and the use of predictive analytics for forecasting has been made, right? Another thing that you should note is that it has a brief section on Cobb-Douglas production function added in the production chapter, right? Along with a more detailed understanding of cost concepts. Some cost concepts can be really tricky, so I've tried to provide a more detailed and clarification based understanding to these cost concepts, and new concepts which have been explicitly put are producer surplus. Fine. Uh, Another new section when we come to market structures. There's another new section on commoditization of brands and monopoly failures and losses, right? With this, I have also put a completely new appendix on women entrepreneurs. So women entrepreneurs across the world, you'll see that they are a very special section of people who work for our economy. And in the economy, or from the economic perspective, this section covers current status of opportunities, benefits, costs, and pressures or challenges of the informal sector of women workers, especially the informal sector, right? Because the informal sector is, although it's very, very important for not only from economics perspective, industry perspective, but also from a developmental perspective, right? Uh, and last but here not the least, in terms of the improved content, a new section on recent impactful regulatory issues from around the world, which will be helpful for students to understand the most important regulatory changes which impact business in the recent times have been given, right? Apart from these, the book is also replete now with latest examples from the world of business and non-business sectors like government, including emphasis on information technology, advances in computing, and sustainability challenges at several places right across the book. The new text and the improved text makes inclusion of Indian currency, the INR, and introduces several examples from the Indian settings to give a familiar feel to students from developing countries for use also in class discussions, right? Um, so this book is therefore, will be specially appealing for students in the Indian subcontinent. That is my hope and a wish. Another thing that you should note is that at the end of this book, I have provided two short case studies. Both of them are Indian case studies, and they can be used for discussion in classes by teachers to explain concepts and problem situations across not a few but a handful of chapters or concepts. So thank you for being with me during the video, and I wish all the readers of this book, teachers, students, managers, academicians, policymakers, administrators, a very joyful learning and useful extraction for impactful endeavors in their career and in general life. In case you want to have any further queries, you can please write to me at Leela_R. It is LEELA _R at the rate of pilani.bits-pilani.ac.in. You can also find my email ID and my official contact number at the BITS Pilani campus website. So thank you once again, and hope you really have a very nice learning time when you go through this book. And thank you so much.